Hey, this is Stacia, and I'm back to finish up this series of flashcards. We are going to look at the final three, and I don't think I've looked at this stuff for a long time, so I'm going to be as lost as you guys, I think. Okay, so number one, here I played h6, not wanting to do e6 due to knight h4. But what's the line that could happen after knight h4 that justifies going e6? Okay, that's very confusing, so I'll show what I mean on the board. Yeah, and this one is called Hostage Bishop Finesse, which is kind of a cool name. Engine off. So I was saying that if I go e6, I didn't want to deal with knight h4 because I could lose my bishop. But, so in the game, I went h6. Now, if we were playing blitz, this move's probably just fine. But when you're trying to find the best move in a position, like in a slow classical game, you shouldn't make moves like this unless they're absolutely necessary. And here, I thought it was because I want to keep my bishop. But after e6, there is knight h4 and then some mysterious solution to our problem. So how should I do this? Let's try to find out. So, definitely wondering about bishop to e4 and bishop g4. Now, if bishop e4, bishop takes e4, knight takes e4, I'm pretty happy because white played g3 and they have light square weaknesses, and then the light square bishop will be traded off. So they shouldn't trade in that case. So, okay, so we're talking about e6, knight h4, bishop here. Now they do have the move f3. Okay, they have the move f3. Now, if f3, I guess this, and then they can take. So I am a little bit confused. I feel like there's more to this than what I'm seeing right now. So let's try knight g5 then. Or bishop g5 rather. So e6, knight h4, bishop g4. Okay. You know what? Maybe we do take the knight on b1. I'm kind of wondering about that. Now, if we do take that knight, what does that do? I don't know. I'm sort of at a loss. I don't think I really remember the point of this one, so I am going to look up the answer now. Okay, it says e6, knight h4, bishop to e4. We offer a trade, f3. So let's see what the computer says about this. This. It says white is better. Wow, yeah, white really is better if this happens. But bishop e4, f3. So, I mean, one thing that I'm noticing about this is we are provoking the move f3. And this discourages castling kingside. That's one thing. But the other thing is that the knight, needs that square and it needs the bishop. Or it needs that square too. So maybe the knight is close to trapped now, which is pretty interesting. So after f3, I'm even just wondering about, no, I can't go g5 because there's a bishop guarding. But this knight is trapped. So that's important. I think that's part of it, is that we want to provoke f3 because never play f3. Okay, and then it says take this. Must be about the knight. and it says bishop e7 now. It says our pawns are all on light squares and the computer likes black some. Oh, okay, I forgot about that idea. We kind of like traded the bishop off in the best possible circumstance. That's why this is called bishop finesse. So this is very interesting. So just to summarize, I mean, why am I concerned about e6? Because then I can't retreat the bishop to keep it, right? Like after knight h5, like he's going to get traded off. But this provokes f3. And then we take, because now this knight is awkward, this pawn is awkward, and with all the pawns on the light squares, we're actually getting rid of our bad bishop, and we're keeping our good bishop, and the computer likes black here. And probably we are going to play like c5 soon or something, but okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, this one is called Trap in the Evans Gambit. Can we take the pawn, and what line does this come from? If you want to pause your video and answer that, go ahead and do so now. So I'm pretty sure we can't take the pawn. I had this come up in a real game too, by the way, since this flashcard. And it was true, we couldn't take the pawn. If we take, I think it's very simple. I think queen g5 is going to attack the knight and attack g2, and there's no way to defend either one. That's just going to be a disaster, I guess. I mean, isn't it more complicated? Wait, it's not that simple. All right, let's look at this, because if we take the pawn and queen g5, I mean, we're on f7, are we not? So maybe knight takes? Let's just say knight takes because it forks these two things. There, queen takes g2. I would have to play rook f1. Yeah, and with with my pawns pushed up on the other side of the board, I'm not really liking this so much. Also, that bishop is sort of a monster on b6. I'm not developed, and if I have to spend more time grabbing a rook that hasn't moved while black just develops, I think I could be in a lot of trouble. So, all right, I'm going to say we cannot take the pawn because of queen g5. And what line does this come from? This is from Evans Gambit Declined, which hopefully you guys know. If they decline the gambit, we often push forward on the queen side and dislodge the knight, and that is why the knight has come to d4. Okay, so let's look at the answer. It says knight takes d5. We cannot take due to queen g5. Okay. So I didn't even give this next move, which I wish I would have. If this, queen takes g2. Now, if I go, I would think rook f1 is the move, which the computer is not giving. So rook f1, oh, queen takes c4 check. We cannot block at all. Game over. Yeah, it gives queen e2, so that's over. You know, I neglected to see that when the queen comes in here, it attacks this pawn, and that's check. And we have no way to block at all. So that is pretty intense. That is why I like looking at this stuff. Okay, so let's say here, and we have to look at bishop takes f7 check. It says king f8, and black is -2. I can castle. But I do lose the knight, and now the bishop's hanging. So we still lost our piece. Can we save it? I mean, we castled to stop this craziness, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. F4 looks insane. How do I defend my knight? I guess I don't. Okay, so I guess we figured that one out. So the answer is no, you cannot take the pawn because this is just very strong. There's no taking on f7 at all. None of it works. Okay, and lastly, one of my favorites. It says, I failed the 2 bishop mate in a blitz game. Make sure you can do this against the computer. You have 1 minute, 2-second increment. Okay, I'm pretty good at this, so let's find it. Continue from here. Play with the computer. One minute. So I would encourage you guys to try this, and if you don't know how, you should definitely learn. I will explain my thoughts as I do it a little bit, but I don't have that much time. Okay, let's go. Now, hopefully I get it right. Okay, first thing I want to do is get my bishops and my king in the center. So we control the center first. The computer is acting very weird. Okay, I got everything in the center now, the center squares. Now I'm going to orient to build this wall. Now we want to get to this key square. Sometimes, well, this computer is not playing well, in my opinion. I'm actually not used to that move. So I just did a little triangulation. Okay, that's better. Now I go here. We shift the bishops, which moves the wall closer. Okay, now he's trapped in these 2 squares. So now I just march. I want to get like right here, I think. He's trapped in there, so you don't have to worry about it. All right, and now we can take away squares from the king. I'll take that one away, take that one away. Now if I do it again, it's stalemate. So I have to just make a waiting move. And this is going to be checkmate. Okay, got it. I didn't need any time. I did it all in the increment, apparently. Well, it's increment, not delay. I wish they had delay in Lichess. Okay, so I guess we'll finish up with that. If you watched this video and if you liked it or didn't like it, I want to know either way. So definitely let me know. And thanks for watching and see you later. Bye.